Hi, I'm Tom Stephenson, and welcome to another tutorial of Microsoft Project Made Easy. Today, we are going to be looking at a hammock activity. A hammock activity is an activity that can adjust outward or inward, longer or shorter, based on a driver activity that is pushing it. It may be a multitude of driver activities, as you'll see, and that way you don't have to remember to change it or to adjust it. So I've created a few activities here. I'm going to start with this grouping here. And if you want, you can just freeze it and follow along, type it in yourself, or you can just watch what I'm about to do and get a good sense for how this works. So I've created a project summary task, and I'm going to make this a milestone because one of the best ways of setting up a hammock activity is to start with a milestone and finish with a milestone in between. Have your activities. And in this case, I've got project management team, and I've got that linked to number 2. I'm going to have task 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to have that linked to start, which is our milestone as well. So you can see that's drawn upon there. I'm going to put a link from the finish to the end of the project management team here. You see how that's an open end. So I'm going to link that in there. So I'm going to go 7, 3, and we've got that in here. Now, some of you may be saying, well, if I got a project management team on my entire project, I might want to have this adjust based on my entire project. This would be an indicator, for example, if it's a cost-loaded schedule, as my project takes longer, my team is there longer, so there's more cost. Or if it's there shorter, there's less cost. So it would be a nice indicator to show that. And I'm going to put some different durations here just to mix it up a little bit so it looks a little different perhaps. There we go. And so you can see it sort of spread out here. What we don't want is to have a whole bunch of float in here, because if we actually loaded a per diem cost to project management team, it wouldn't adjust with the amount of days the project is. If this takes a day longer, it doesn't do anything to this over here. So what we want is for this to be adjusting based on the driver activities, the critical path driver activities. And so that would make this activity here a hammock activity. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the finish milestone. As I said, it's best to start with and finish with a milestone, sort of bookend it. And I'm going to copy the end of the milestone, and I'm going to go copy cell, and I'm going to paste that into project management team. So I'm going to go paste special. That's different than what you probably expected if you haven't done much of that. If you worked in Excel, you're probably used to that. So I can link that cell to the end finish date over here. And I'm going to click OK. And so that put that in there. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I've got these activities driving along here. And so what I want is the finish of the last activity that is going into the milestone over here. I want that activity, the finish of that, to be pasted into the finish here, so a paste special. So I'm going to select task 4, and I'm going to go copy cell, right click, copy cell. You could of course go task and copy up here. And then I'm going to go project management team finish, and I'm going to go to, again, right click and go paste special. I'm going to go paste special, paste link, and I'm going to click OK. And that's going to put a constraint there. I'm not a fan of constraints, but in this case it can work because we're not making this driving anything on the critical path. So we have it in that particular area that way. And now you can see this has formed this overall length based on the driver activities. So we shouldn't be changing then this from that point forward. You might even want to give it a different color. So let's see if I actually click on that. We can pick a different color for that, and we can say okay. So we can remember this is like a one of the driver, this is the non-driver activity, or the hammock activity, if you will. So watch what happens if I change this from 3 days to 5 days, task 1. Now it takes a little bit of time. I don't know whether it's my video card, but it takes a little bit of time. Yours might be faster. I'm going to go 5 days. And so this is sitting here, there, and we're waiting for this to adjust. And you see there, it adjusted based on that time frame. So it adjusted outward automatically. If I shorten task 3 to 3 days and I go enter, then this is shortened, and then we should have to wait a little bit here for that to actually shorten up too. So you see how that then shortened? That's making this the hammock activity. So when I make an adjustment to these activities, if this took 6 days and I clicked here and I wait a little bit, that one should then push out. And if I had resources, like I was doing a resource loaded schedule on this, then it would change the calculation, because every day that a work assigned resource is on an activity, it's a variable cost. So now it would be there more days, so it would do that adjustment automatically. Now, for those of you that maybe I don't want to do a hammock activity, you could always assign the resource to the summary task of the project. It's just that it won't be as visible as this. This is nice and sort of pops at you that, oh, the project management team, yeah, if this takes longer, the project management team is there. It's kind of that intuitive sort of, you see when things take longer, your calculations and your money's going up, and when it takes shorter, you're saving money aspect when we talk about cost control. But the hammock activity will give you that sort of visual presence that you might not get as much with assigning on a summary task, although it will calculate the extra costs and everything if it is on a summary task. So just to do another example of the same thing, that's the fundamentals of it there. You know, I could do here roof complete, so I put 0, it's done. I could put masonry work 5 days. I could put leave temporary heating 1 day. I could put start insulate walls as a milestone, so I got bookend by a milestone. I could put temporary heating, have roof complete as a prerequisite, so there you go. Then I could also have start insulate walls. I would have basically, in that case, I would have 13, 14 here. And so then I could do the same thing. So this is just giving you maybe another representation of where you might use it, where it wouldn't be maybe from the start to the finish of a project, right? So just to reiterate what we discussed here, I can take the finish of the roof complete. I can copy cell. I can put it at the start of masonry work, and I can do a paste special. I can do a paste link. I can click OK. And then what I can do is the end of my masonry work, I think I might have done that wrong. Let's just check that out here. Just undo that, undo this. So we'll undo that. We'll do that again. Okay, so let's try that again. So we've got these linked up here, and that's good. You know, you got to experiment, you got to look at things. I think when you're doing things, it's really good to take your time with it and try it. And even if you set up 4 or 5 activities just to test it out before you put it mainstream on your project, that's always a good practice, a great hack with Microsoft Project to utilize. All right, so I've got these ones with 12 and 12. I'm just going to put the temporary heating down. Actually, I'm going to make the finish of this. Yes, I'm going to do the finish of this, copy cell. I'm going to put this paste special on the temporary heating, and I'm going to put the paste link there. I'm going to click OK. So that's the hammock activity. I've paste linked there. And then what I want to do is the finish of masonry work. I've got to fix this. So I'm going to put 13, 14. There we go. That looks a lot better. And I'm going to put the finish of masonry work, because that's the driver for the heat. and I'm going to copy that cell, and I'm going to paste that to the finish here. So I'm going to right click, paste special, and I'm going to go paste link, click OK. There we go. Bob's your uncle. We've got that in place. Now let's see if it works. Always want to see if it works. And again, we could lighten this one up. Double click there, go to color, put it as a gray, click OK. So that's basically our hammock activity. And we're going to try this out. We'll go 6 days. Well, let's go 8 days so we can visually see it. And we'll wait for it to see if this actually moves in that direction. See, there it went. If this shortens, 7 days, will that shorten? So then you got to wait for it, and there it goes. And you can see that it's adjusting based on the driver activity. And that makes sense, right? You've got masonry work. You want the heat there for as long as the masonry work's taking place. And maybe you've assigned a per diem cost for the temporary heating. So it's going to be more if it's longer, and it's going to be less if it's shorter. And you don't have to manually go in and keep changing and adjusting it. Because if you don't, then maybe you shorten this and it doesn't shorten that, and all of a sudden the heat's the driver. Well, that doesn't make sense. So those are examples of how you can utilize a hammock activity. So hopefully that's helped you out and clarified that particular little tool that you can utilize. And that's what today's tutorial was all about. If you enjoyed this little tidbit of specific information, you can view my playlist, Microsoft project playlists on my YouTube channel. And please click subscribe. Notifications you'll see as new particular specified videos show up, and click like. So I'm Tom Stephenson, wishing you a wonderful day, and we'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye for now.